This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time. All in one place, all on your terms. Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm excited to continue with my series that follows my book, The Green Witch's Guide to Herbal Magic, and today we are talking about the magic of the moon. If you wish to follow along with me in the book, you can find this section, Working in Rhythm with the Moon, on page 157. My goodness, we are really getting through this book. Working in rhythm with the moon is something that is very straightforward, and I have a feeling that once we start talking about it, it'll click really quickly for you. On the last video in this series, we talked about the seasons. Just as the seasons fluctuate through these phases, so too does the moon. And the ways that we work with each of these phases is reflective of the phase itself. And choosing to consciously align our craft with these phases of the moon not only empowers our magic with that energy, but also kind of makes it easier on us. So the moon is a very important energetic component in magic and practice, and I'm looking forward to diving into this with you all. But before we do, this video is sponsored, so let's hear a little bit more about that first. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace domains make it easy to find the best name for your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. Every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools included to ensure your domain remains online and protected. Plus, Squarespace provides everything you need to bring more of your dreams to life, whether that means building a website or adding a professional email service. Squarespace also makes it easy to create members-only content for your community. Monetize your content by selling access to online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. Start with a full customizable website and earn recurring revenue by gating your content behind a paywall. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or subscription for access. You can also make smarter business decisions with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytics tools. Review website traffic, learn where to focus engagement, and track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales, all from one place. So if this sounds interesting to you, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/thegreenwitch to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring, and let's get back into it. Alrighty, welcome back. Let's delve into the magic of the moon. The moon has 5 distinct phases: the new moon, the waxing moon, the full moon, the waning moon, and the dark moon. Let's begin with the new moon. The new moon is a time of new beginnings. Now, when exactly the new moon begins does differ between who you'd ask. Some believe that it is a time when the sky is fully dark and there is no moon visible, while others feel that the new moon is when the first sliver of the moon appears. I personally believe that it is when the first sliver of the moon appears, and that a fully dark sky, the dark moon, is its own distinct thing. But take your time, feel it out. I'll delve more into that later. But as I said, after many years of practice and reflection, I do feel that the new moon begins with that first sliver of light, but you may come to a different conclusion, and that is perfectly okay. As I was saying, the new moon encourages new beginnings. It is an ideal time to begin new spell work, set new aspirations, new ventures, or start working toward anything that you've been hoping to. If you have a new spell that you've been wanting to work on, this is a great time to begin it and work on it through the next few phases. As the moon grows in size, so will the energy of your spell work, which will reach culmination during the full moon. The new moon is also a great time for starting any hobbies or beginning work on any project. It is just that energy of fresh starts and new beginnings that will continue to grow through the next 2 phases. So it's a very valuable time magically, and a powerful one. Now, the waxing moon is a time of growth. Its energy lends to increase and expansion and strength. The waxing moon directly follows the new moon and will continue to grow until the full moon. This is also a time when you can cast new spells, especially anything for growth or increase. While beginning spell work during the new moon and continuing working on it through the waxing until the full moon adds a great deal of power, the waxing moon is a perfect time for any spells that are specifically meant for this growing energy. Prosperity spells are a really good example of this, or anything that you wish to increase in your life. This could be love or friendship, really anything that you want to bring and grow. As such, it's also a wonderful time for building on hobbies or skills, working on knowledge, and delving into greater avenues. After the waxing moon, we enter the full moon. This is a time of culmination and success. The full moon has an immense energy that lends itself well to manifesting your desires. It is exceptionally powerful and thus can be worked with for any form of spell work. The full moon is a very brief phase, as it is only while the moon is completely full in the sky. It is one of the most powerful and intense phases, the other being the dark moon. And while the full moon can be worked with for any purpose, it is typically seen as a more positive force, and in my opinion, the dark moon is the opposite. Save spells that are particularly important for the full moon. If you've set something in motion during the new moon or the waxing moon, this is the time to collect on that spell, to close it out and let it manifest. It is a point of culmination. It is the most powerful point. Any spell cast under its light is going to be overwhelmingly filled with this energy and gifted additional power. Now, there are multiple full moons throughout the year, typically one each month, occasionally two in a month. Those are called blue moons, and those are especially powerful. Each moon for each month has a different name and often has its own distinct energy. This varies across cultures and areas, so it's worth delving into your own personal culture's opinions of the full moon and its energy that it carries, but typically this aligns with the seasons. I'm not going to delve into these specific names just because there are so many different names and so many different beliefs of their powers on each month and each moon, but it is certainly something to delve into if you are interested. Regardless, even if you don't delve into the very specific cultural ties of the full moon, each one is powerful in its own right, and working with it for any positive working will yield powerful results. And negative workings as well, though I prefer the dark moon for that. Directly following the full moon is the waning moon. This is a time of release and decrease. The waning moon is observed as it decreases in size, and this lasts from the end of the full moon to the dark moon. The waning moon encourages release and decrease. I find this to be a powerful time for cleansings, for letting go, for releasing bad habits, or letting go of emotions that are not serving you. It's also a good time to do banishments or to start moving away from things in life that are no longer benefiting you. It's great for letting go, reducing obstacles in your path, or finding resolutions. Just as the waxing moon is a time for increase, the waning moon is a time for decrease. So anything you are wishing to diminish or let go of in your life, this is the time to work on that kind of magic. And then after the waning moon, we reach the dark moon. Again, there are some that feel that this is the new moon, while there are others that feel that this is its own distinct phase. I personally feel that it is its own distinct phase, but that's up to each person to interpret for themselves. In my interpretation, the dark moon is a time of ending and finality. It's observed when the moon is no longer visible in the sky and is this time of conclusion. I personally find it to be just as powerful and distinct energetically as the full moon, but in a very opposite way. I find that it is the best time to work spells for banishment, severing ties, anything that could be seen as somewhat destructive. It is a perfect time to finish things. So if there's anything that you are wishing to cut out of your life in entirety, the dark moon is a powerful time to do these workings. These workings can also begin at the beginning of the waning moon and work toward till the dark moon for this purpose. Timing your spells with the energy of the moon is an incredibly powerful way of working. Each phase of the moon carries its own distinct energy. The new moon is a time of new beginnings, the waxing moon is a time of growth, the full moon is a time of culmination, the waning moon is a time of decrease, and the dark moon is a time of ending. Now, one important note that I'd like to make is that you are able to always work with the energy of the moon, even if the energy of the spell you're working with may seem to be suited better to a different phase. Let's say you are working to decrease anxiety, but it's the waxing moon. Instead of decreasing anxiety, you could work to increase calm, and vice versa. Let's say you are working to increase happiness, but it's the waning moon, you could just work instead to decrease sadness. There are ways to work spells that align with this energy that will add that power and oomph from the moon without having to wait an entire cycle to get to the phase that you are best seeking. Now, there are times where it is certainly worth waiting and working with the phase of the moon that is perhaps best suited to your goals. But in a pinch, just a simple rewording and reworking is a powerful means of aligning to that energy. Working in line with the magic of the moon adds so much power not only to your practice, but also your life. The phases of the moon are a handy guide to the energetic fluctuations and tides of our lives. So take time to get to know each phase and work with them. Again, it's not necessary to work with the phases of the moon in practice, but it does add quite a bit of power to what you are doing. So with that, I hope you have enjoyed. If you can and would like to, I'd appreciate it if you checked out my Patreon. There I share art, herbal profiles, book recommendations, and monthly workshops. I also have another channel where I share more day-to-day life, more magic, herbalism, all of those good things. And I also wrote my book, which we are following along with in this very video. So if you want to follow along and don't already have it, it will be linked in the description down below, along with everything else I've mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I can't wait to see you again soon.